Hey dailies, how's it going, eh? So today is the day after the day of Boxing Day. It's like the 28th here. So anyway, that being said, we're into the Christmas cleanup and whatnot, and I'm trying to get my studio slash room cleaned up a bit here. So I came up with a neat do-it-yourself project. It's something that you can probably buy. Well, in fact, you can buy on Amazon or an electronics store, and it is like a charging port for multiple devices that you can charge. So I came up with a simple do-it-yourself. Probably you got all the stuff around your house already, and you don't need to spend $40 or $50 to do this. So check it out, and let's go over and I'll show you what I got to do it with. I went to the dollar store today and I had to pick up a few things, and well, one of them, I got two do-it-yourself things going on here. So the first one is the charging thing, and the second one is some floating shelves. The floating shelves, as you know, are just shelves on the wall, and you can't really see how they're attached. So I was going to try to make some with the pine and whatnot, but I went to the dollar store, and for $3 they had these artist panels, and they're just like a canvas with nice thing, but they're open on the bottom. So it's very easy to drill some holes down through the back to put screws through into the wall. So we're going to put them up because I wanted some shelving to put the video game controllers on, because there's the mess that I am faced with right now on my workspace in my editing suite. Up here I added the shelf in for my cameras and microphones and all that stuff, which I grab relatively quick. Rather than go into my camera bag and get it, I put it on the shelf. If I'm going out, well, I'll put it in my camera bag, but when I'm here working, I need to have the stuff. So I'm going to do the same with the video game controllers along there. Tighten it all up, clean it all up. So that's the game. So along here you'll see I put this thing called chargers, and I put all my chargers there. Well, that's pretty neat. You can just grab whatever one you want when you need it, type of thing. That's the iPad charger, and I can grab from my cameras, whatever camera that I need, and plug it in. Now, I'm always running into the problem. I don't have a power bar or something. I have to run across the room to do it. So I'm going to install a power bar here with a cord down, plug it in the wall, and it'll be there permanently, or semi-permanently, I guess you want to call it, for this application. Now, in doing so, you can see that charging USB chargers, okay, not so much for these things, but the USB chargers are great for a lot of things, and you can buy them like on Amazon, like this one up here in the corner. But the thing is, they have some limitations, and that is the cords themselves. Like, let's just have a look. Okay, so some of the cords that they might have are like these here. You've got like the lightning cable cord, and this one does not exist in some of them. It's the 30-pin Apple cord for like the old iPhone 4 or older generation iPods. So that begged the question, what do I do to get a charger port for these? Well, here's my solution. I am going to use a power bar, the same power bar that I'll use up back there for the camera charger, so I can just plug into. And I got a bunch of these. They're the AC to USB adapters. Now this one says it's 5.2 volt at 2.1 amps. Now that's fantastic, and the prongs fold up in this, so it's easy for travel. It only has one slot in it, but that's okay. So here's the thing. Some of these ones you buy that are pre-made and all that, they only have 1 amp outlets in them. So each cord only provides 1 amp charging. So they may have 1 or 2 outlets that have a 2.1 amp. So I'm not sure. Some, you'll have to read the specs on these units, and some may have all 2.1s or some may be all 1s. That's the most important thing, because if you want a faster charge, you need the higher amperage, okay, because it'll draw more and it'll charge faster. The 5.2 or 4.9 volts, really not going to matter. These are made in China. They're all made in China. The thing is, they kind of fluctuate in voltage anyway, because they're these, dollar store quality, cheap Chinese adapters. Even the iPad ones are made in China, but they're made to spec, so they're not going to fluctuate. They're pretty much right on, but I mean, you're going to pay $30-40 or more for an iPad one, so you're going to pay $4 for this at the dollar store. So, you know, grab a bunch of these, and we'll plug them in here, and you've got 6 USB charging outlets, and you can put whatever USB cable you want on it, rather than having 2 Lightning, or 3 Lightning, or 4 Lightning, and maybe 2 other different ones. So you can charge as many as you want. I mean, it sounds kind of like going backwards here. Like, couldn't you just do this in the wall? Yeah, you could. But if you wanted to have a big charging port station with like 6 that you want to take somewhere or whatever, do this. It's much easier. You can travel with it, and you don't have to worry about you know, a big bulky unit. Now, I was going to buy one of those units, but I decided to go this way. Cost-wise, it may be cheaper to do it this way. It may not be. I don't know. But you are going to get the cables that you want with the output of the higher amperage of these adapters that you'll have. You can have them for all of them. You can use them for charging your phone batteries. You can use them for charging your camera batteries with your camera chargers. You just remove that and put your charger in. So if you're traveling, this works out to be a lot better. So it actually doubles as, or triples, or whatever you want to call it, as a better charging unit block. So we're going to put this together, put it up on the shelf, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. Okay, so we're now up on the shelf. I put the power bar up. I put the adapter in here, and I put my 30-pin Apple connector into it. Also, I have my camera battery power block here so that I can charge up my camera. I can take that out at any time, and I can put as many of these adapters in as I want, and as many cables. So I think it's a more useful and practical setup than buying one of these full charging blocks that's right here. And yes, they're more convenient because they hold your devices, but on the long run, are they as convenient because they don't charge as many things as you may want to charge? So I think, in my opinion, this little do-it-yourself quick project can save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Now, another quick amendum to that charger block that I've been building. I have my Garmin device, my wrist device, and it has this odd plug on the end. Well, your charger units that you buy certainly wouldn't have this, because this is proprietary to this. So I'm always trying to find the USB port to plug this into the charge. So that's going to work well with this setup that I got here, because I can just plug it into one of those USB chargers that's in the power strip, and away we go. So another great reason for these odd plugs, you just plug into a USB, away you go. Great charger unit.